You come here, ass fuck.
Stand-up comedians always say you have to get up every night. Well, I don't get up at all.
Thank you, good night.
I'm Michael Kosta, and I'm the world's first lie-down comedian. After I finished my special, which is coming out on Paramount Plus, by the way, I thought to myself, well, what's next? And then the pandemic sort of figured that out for me. I tried everything, and then I tried a whole lot of nothing. Back in April, I spent a full week in bed, on my back, my face, reverse cowgirl. Occasionally, I would sit up to do a Zoom show. Make sure you're not on mute, because I'm not getting a lot of feedback. But then one day I decided to not sit up.
And now, from The Daily Show, Michael Kosta.
You know how people used to say, hey, you working hard or you're hardly working? Well, these days they'd have to say, hey, you working hard or is your industry currently one of the many at a standstill?
You know, there I was doing some of the best work of my career while lying down.
But she didn't say anything about flip-flops.
So naturally, I knew I had to take this on the road. But after years of stand-up comedy, old habits die hard. These days, I'm mostly getting a handle on logistics. At first, I was thinking a king-size bed, but you gotta play the venue. Don't let the venue play you. So I went with a small, skinny mattress. It's cheaper, easier to move, and doesn't squeak as much when I double hand masturbate. The new setup has changed my pre-show rituals. I found what works best is if I try to recreate that going to bed feeling. Instead of drinking a beer, I'll drink some chamomile tea. Instead of having a lively conversation with other comics, I watch a couple hours of reality TV. With the pandemic still keeping club gigs limited, I've had to settle for smaller, more socially distanced shows to test out this revolutionary setup. And between me being in bed and the limited seat availability, these are some of the more intimate shows I've ever done. Also, with all the extra rest I'm getting, my reaction time to hecklers has never been better.
Why don't you get a king-size bed, you loser?
What?
Go to sleep forever.
I try not to do all my material about being in bed. I don't want to be one note, but I do have a chunk on the MyPillow guy that destroys. The comedy stage, it's a sacred hollow ground, and if the audience doesn't recognize my genius,
What's wrong with you guys?
there's the white noise machine that does. It sounds close enough to applause. It's not all bad news. You know, I just got my first corporate gig in a while.
This next one is for our viewers at home. Raise your hand if you're also not wearing pants. Who's...
And the best part of it all, if you start bombing, there's a built-in exit strategy.
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for having me.